The time I found out Greg is a lousy student partner. Okay, I know this Greg officer overheard and I don't want to put any wrong stuff about him here. But Greg, if you are reading this, I just need to say you are a terrible student partner. I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings, but somebody had tell you the truth. Most of the time, I don't really need to study for tests because I pay action in class and I do my homework. Plus, Mom always says it's important to get a good night's sleep, so on school nights I go to bed extra early. But this one time we had really hard chapter in math, and I had terrible paying action in class last week. That's mostly because Greg moved to the seats right behind me. The night before the test, I knew I was gonna to go over the chapter and do some text problem at home. But when I told Greg my plan, he said we should study together. I wasn't sure that was such a good idea, but when it comes to school stuff, sometimes it's hard for Greg to focus. But Greg said we are best friends and best friends should study, so I guess that makes sense to me. Well, the first thing we had to do was find a place to study. Greg said we couldn't be at his house because his brother Roderick was having band practice, and Greg was burned from my house because he played a practice joke where he puts plastic over our toilet bowl, and he got my dad pretty good. Ah! Hee. Greg said we should go to the library because it was quiet and there nobody would bug us. So Mrs. Hervey gave us a ride to the library after dinner, and we found a table where we could do our work. We got our book, and I said maybe we should do text problems to see what we need to work on. But Greg said he hadn't even read the chapter yet, so we need to start from the beginning. Well, that was kind of a waste of time for me, so I told Greg he could read the chapter on his own to catch up. But Greg said I was being a best study partner and that we were supposed to do everything together. I said, okay, fine, let's start from the beginning of the chapter and go through the whole thing. But Greg said before we got started, we need to plan our study break so we didn't get too stressed out. Then he said we should start with a break so we'd get off on the right foot. And that's what we did, even so it seemed like a bad idea to me. Flick. After like 10 minutes, I said we need to get to work because it's a long chapter and we have a lot to go through. Well, don't ask me why, but Greg pinned his nose with his finger and said the same things I said, but with a really annoyed voice. Hey, I'm Ronnie, and we need to get the work because it's a long chapter and we have a lot to go through. I told Greg to stop copy, but let's just made him copy me even more. Stop copy me. Finally, I got smart and started reading a chapter out loud. Angel in a triangle adds up to 180. Angel in a triangle adds up to 180. A right angle is 19. A right angle is 90 degrees. After a while, Greg figured out what I was doing, and he stopped copying me. I told him maybe it would be better if we both just read the chapter quietly, but Greg said that wasn't his learning style, and he needed to make things fun so that would stick. I said, "What do you mean?" And Greg said he knew a way to make learning mess into a game. First, he spoiled out a pile of notebook paper. He said we should take turns reading a few words from the chapter and toss the paper ball back and forth each time. So we tried, and it worked for a little while, I guess. 2 angels' legs make a straight line, have a sum of 180 tracks. But whenever someone dropped the paper ball, Greg said we have to start the whole page over. Oops, boink. And sometimes I think Greg is trying to make me drop the ball on purpose. Boink, zing! I told Greg we're wasting too much time and we need to do this another way. And Greg said he didn't care how we studied as long as it was fun. So I told Greg a trick my dad taught me. He said that whenever I have trouble remembering something, I should make I Belong song to make it interesting. Then I sang the song I made up to help me remember how to get an arrow of circle. There was this one time where 3 was this 8 bunny, and they hop up this hill, and then 3 of them slide back down, and 4 bunny got tired and fell asleep, and the last bunny got to the top of the hill and said, "The area of a circle is..." 这个是我不会念，我完全不会念。Greg said that was the dumbest thing he ever heard, and I said, "Well, if it's so dumb, then why I have 95 in math and you only have 72? I guess Greg didn't have a good answer to that, and he said it was time for another break. So we played video game in the library computer until some grown-up reported us to the librarian for making too much noise. Ha ha, in your face. Plap, plap, plap. Blam, blam, blam. When we go back to the table, Greg said we weren't studying the right way, unless he had an idea of how we could do it better. He said he read the first half of the chapter, and I read the last half, and then we could team up during the test. I said you are not allowed to talk during the test, so I didn't see how that was gonna work. And Greg told me about this monk who can translate thoughts the air if they comes really hard. So we tried doing it, but I guess I couldn't congress good enough to make it work. Two hamburgers. Greg said we need to figure out a different way to counter during the test. I said if we just study the chapter, we wouldn't need to come. But once Greg gets something in his head, he doesn't let it go. He made up this whole theme of sneeze and cold and stuff so we could talk to each other during the test without teacher Miss Beck notice. But there was a lot to remember, so I wrote it all down. This is snorts. This is knock on the table. This is sneeze. Achoo! This is sniff. This is footstep. One was sneeze and knock. Sneeze. Achoo! And knock. Two was coach and coach. And three was footstep and sneeze. Four was knocks 2 times, and 5 was footstep and coach. And 6 was sniff 2 times. 7 was footstep and sniff. 不对，是 snort. And 8 was cold and sneeze. Achoo! 9 was footstep and knock. 10 was sneeze. Achoo! And sneeze. Mix 这个是 mix 吗？ Mix was sneeze. 啊，不对，不是。Achoo! And footstep. And 剪was sneeze. Achoo! And cut. And 除was knock and sneeze. Achoo! 陈是 snort and snack. Equal was footstep 2 times. I said, well, what if one of us needs to ask the other guy a question? Greg said, you just put a question mark on the end. And I said, well, we don't have a single for question mark. And Greg said, it could be a fart. I told Greg I didn't think I could fart if I didn't really need to. And Greg told me try anyway, and I did, but nothing came out. So Greg told me some different food I could eat for breakfast that would make it easier to do a question mark. But that idea made me nervous because the last time I went to Greg and we drank a bunch of soda and tried to burp the alphabet, and I got sick on the letter B and had to go home early. A, B. Greg said, okay, if I couldn't fart of real, then you would be okay to make a fat fart noise under my arm. Blah, blah. 这个我也不会。That's when I told Greg I thought this was a bad idea and it was tend to send each other single during the test. Greg said I was being goody two-shoes and that's the only reason I want to get a good grade in math was because I was teacher pet and I was in love with Miss Beck. But I said I was not in love with Miss Beck. But I just like her process and the way she smells. So Greg said, let's prove I'm in love with Miss Beck, and then he sang let's song about two people sitting in a tree. I knew Greg was trying to make me mad, but for some reason the song didn't really bother me that much. Randy and Miss Beck sitting in a tree, kissing. I guess Greg got mad that he wouldn't make me mad, so he started to sing even more. I'm really studying in for the test. Oh yeah, I'm studying real hard. I tried to turn him out, but he just got louder and louder. Oh yeah, now I'm cleaning my ears so I can't hear Greg, but I can hear him anyway. Yay! Then I went into a bathroom and tried to study in there, but Greg followed me. Yay! I'm wrongly trying to study in the bathroom there. Oh, yeah. But I guess somebody else complained, but the librarian came in and told us we both had to get out of there. Then she said if we made any more noise, she was gonna have to call our parents and have them come get us. Well, that sounds great to me, but I don't think Greg was ready to go home, so he presently really quiet down. I didn't really want us sit at the same table as Greg anymore, so I moved to one of those desks with doors between them. But Greg sat right across from me. I was starting to get some work done, but then Greg slammed a note under the driver. It's like he had a math question, so I answered him and passed the note back. Hey, Randy, what do the angels in question 8 up to? Greg. 360 good. R. And then Greg asked me another question, but I didn't really mind because this million times better than the way we were doing things before. But then Greg slid the note back and it had another question on it that didn't have anything to do with math at all. Check 1. I'm impressed I wet the bed next time. Well, I checked no bugs because I didn't wet the bed. I slid a note to Greg, but then he wrote something on it and slid it back. No. You are not impressed you wet the bed. Then made me kind of mad because that's not what I meant. But I did want to spend a lot of time impressing myself because I really need to get back to studying. So Greg wrote another note and slid it on the driver. Truth or dare? 真心话还是大冒险 ？Truth. I didn't wanna get a dare from Greg, so I picked truth. But I didn't like the question Greg came up with. Are you in love with Miss Beth? Okay, I switched to dare. Then Greg dared me to get him a soda from vending machine. I didn't know that the way truth or dare worked, but I was just glad Greg didn't make me answer that question. After I got Greg his soda, I did a little more study, but then he up with the note again. Hey, Wang, that's you. Well, I didn't like that, so I sent back a drawing of my own. Oh yeah, well, that's you. Stinky lines. And then Greg drew another picture of me and drew another one of him. That's you. Well, then that's you. After a while, we filled up 2 whole pages with drawing. That's you. That's you. That's me. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. Ah, that's you. That's you. Boom. Oh, that's you. That's you. That's you. Poop. Greg tried to start a new page of drawing, but I just ignored him, and guess he didn't like that because he kept trying to get me action point. I decided to move a new spot that wasn't so close to Greg. I was glad I could finally get someplace and quiet, but let's didn't last long. Bang! If you're wondering what that bang was all about, well, here's what happened. When I got up and moved to another desk, some girl up took my spot, and I guess Greg thought it was still me, and he tied the guy's shoes together. Then when the guy stood up, he fell backward. Bang! After that happened, Greg got out of there as fast as he could. I figured I'd better get out of there too, because I didn't want that guy to think I was the one who tied his shoes together. I followed Greg into children's where there was an empty table. He put his stuff at one and I sat down the other so I didn't have to be too close to him. Greg said we should take another study break, but I said I was gonna keep working. Then Greg pulled up a piece of paper and tried to throw it in the trash can across the room. He missed, but he kept shooting bought up piece of paper, which made it hard for me to concentrate. Bonk! Then Greg finally made a blank kiss, and he said, he bet I couldn't make the same shoot as him. But when I told him I really needed to study, he said I was too scary to try. And then he started tank like a chicken. Black, 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 black. I tried to ignore him, but it wasn't so easy, especially when he got up on top. Quack, 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 quack. And all of a sudden, Greg sat down at the table and started making a gross noise. At first, I saw him not being have a bathroom entrance, but when he got up, there was an egg. Well, I didn't want Greg to lay another egg, so I brought up a piece of paper and tossed it at the crash cat, and I wasn't looking to see if it went in, but I guess it did. Greg said my chute was totally locked, and there was no way I could make it again if I tried 7 times. But I decided I wasn't gonna try again. And pretend. Greg said I couldn't pretend, but I said yeah, I could, and it was his own fault for giving me the idea anyway. One time I had my birthday party and Greg had hit a score with his first ball. Then he returned and it ruined the game for everyone else. And return 这个字的意思是退役。When Greg couldn't get me to earn, he tried to make a backward shoot himself, but he went through like a million pieces of notebook paper, and he couldn't even come close. I was just glad he was leaving me alone because I was getting a lot of work done. I finished the practice test and then I was gonna go over my notes from class, but that's when I found out Greg was getting all his paper from my notebook. Oh, that made me really mad because Miss Beck said we are allowed to look at our notes during the test. So I got down on the floor and started picking up all the up piles of paper. I figured maybe I could smooth the page out, and when I got home, then typed them back into my notebook. But Greg just kept shooting, and he finally got one in by bouncing it off my head. Toes, boink, plunk. And well, that made me really angry, and I started chasing Greg with that egg he laid. But guys were making too much noise, and then got us in trouble with the librarian again. Scream! She made me call my parents come to get us, and then it was fine with me. I had to stay up 2 more hours until my notes and type them into my notebook was up another half hours writing stuff on my dad's computer. Squirt. Can people lay eggs? 好，那今天就先到这里哦，拜拜。好累哦。